Good morning. Welcome to Monday's lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on naming polyatomics. I know it might sound similar to the lesson that we just did, but we're writing the formula. So in this style of problem, I'm going to give you the formula and you are going to give me the name. All right. So here's what this would look like. You might see something like, what is the name for? MgSO4. Okay, so this is the easiest way that I can, I think, describe to you to attack the name. All right, so the easiest way to kind of name this thing. What I would do first is I would underline your first ion or your first element, so your first capital letter. All right, so this is Mg. Mg is magnesium. Then name what is left over. All right. So name the first one, like the first individual element, and then name what is in the leftover. Okay. So the leftover is SO4. All right. Is this a poly or is this a mono? Well, there's more than one capital letter. So this is poly. So you would go to your polyatomic ion chart and you'd look for SO4. All right, so I'm going to my poly chart, trying to find SO4, and SO4 is right here. Here it is. Okay, so it's sulfate. So this is magnesium sulfate. Okay, so name the first, circle what's left over, and then you got to name the leftover. Okay. So here's another example. Let's do Li2CO3. Okay, so this one is slightly different because there is a number after the first one, but it doesn't change how you do the problem. So we name the first, so I physically underline the first thing. And the 2 just comes from a crisscross. So we don't need to do anything with the 2. So Li is lithium. And then circle and name what is left over. So CO3, more than one capital letter. You're going to have to look at that poly chart. So I'm looking for CO3. Look, look, look. Maybe you're getting really good at these. CO3 is right here. Okay, carbonate. So this is lithium carbonate. All right. I'm going to give you guys 2 to try. So try these 2 with, oh shoot, sorry. All right, so you're going to try, trying to come up with some examples. Ca parentheses NO2 parentheses 2. And let's do Mg again. Mg3 parentheses PO4 parentheses 2. Okay, so remember the strategy that we did was to underline the first, and then we circled the second. Okay, so we underlined the first, and we circled the second. So take a moment and pause the video, and come back when you have the name. All right, so you should have paused the video and tried this. So what we have on this one, following that same format of underlining the first, oops, underlining the first, I'm going to underline Ca. Ca is calcium. All right, don't let all the numbers and stuff fool you. You know where it comes from. So how did the 2 get down here? Well, it got crisscrossed from the Ca. We don't really, we don't need to get caught up in all of that to write the formula. So NO2 is nitrogen. trite. Okay, so don't pay attention to what is in parentheses. All right, so don't get caught up in the crisscross kind of stuff. All right, so we're just literally naming the ions. Okay, the next one we have is Mg. I'm underlining the first thing, that's magnesium. And then we have what's inside here, PO4, that is phosphate. So this is magnesium phosphate. Some students try to name every single individual element and they're like, this is magnesium phosphorus oxide. No, it's only going to be 2 words. If you find yourself trying to write 3 words, it is wrong. All right, so this is magnesium phosphate. All right. An exception to the rule, like a particularly difficult one, might look like this: NH4ClO3. Okay, so using the strategy that I taught you, of underlining the first and naming what's left over. So if I underline this first thing, I would underline N. And I would be stuck with H4ClO3. Nowhere on your polyatomic ion chart would you find that. Ammonium is the trickiest polyatomic ion. It's tricky. It wants you to think that it's something else, all right? So your mind needs to go, oh, NH4, that is ammonium. Not ammonia, that's NH3. Ammonium is yum. Don't eat it either. Ammonium, and then we have ClO3. This guy is chlorate. So ammonium is the trickiest one out there. All right. I'll give you guys a couple to try, then you can pause the video and try them. So let me write these down. I'm going to pause the video and write them. All right, so these are the 4 that I would like you to try. Okay, so copy them down. You can do them bit by bit. And when you're done, play the video and see how many you got right. The reason I wanted to do this today is because I realized on your forms quiz, I put naming formulas on there. And I realized, I was like, wow, we didn't do that. So here you go. Pause the video and try to name these. Okay. So welcome back from pausing and trying these. I'm just going to write the names for you. Ca is calcium. What's left over is chromate. We got Ba, barium. What's left over here on the inside is a polyatomic. It's cyanide. K2, ignore that little 2. It got crisscrossed down from the sulfate. This is potassium. Oh, sorry, it's not sulfate. Maybe some of you caught that. It is sulfite. Al2 is aluminum. Aluminum. CO3 is what's left over. That is carbon 8. Okay. If you want, I might do 1 or 2 more examples. Okay, so here's your next set to try. If you're like, hey, I'm good, I got this, I don't need to try it, that's fine. If you need to do these examples, go ahead and do them. All right, so pause the video and complete it. All right, welcome back. Here we go. Do this kind of quickly so my video doesn't run out. Here's that tricky one. If you just underline N, you're not going to really find H4NO3. This is ammonium. What's left over has a little 2 with it, so it's nitrite. Moving on, Mg is magnesium. This ion is also kind of tricky, OH. This is hydroxide. We got Be. This is beryllium sulfate. And we've got aluminum. And this guy is acetate. Okay, so now that you've done the video and you've watched this, now I would go ahead and attempt the forms quiz. All right, the forms quiz I'll give you till tomorrow night at midnight to complete it. All right, if you have any questions, as always, please feel free to email me. Have a great day.